Like, how does it get there to the point where you feel the need to fake your death to run away from your wife and kids?
So that's the thing with us guys. Like, we don't want to like admit that we can't do this anymore. We find a scapegoat. Because if I want to end the relationship right now, right, I can like look for ways to make her end things before I do.
Literally, if you're making millions of money, right, are you really going to sit down and record a video to tell the rest of the world how to make that $1 million? And you know, that's the talk of the time these days. Like, you must invest your money in something. So people are out here looking for opportunities, and that's how they catch you. And I think the more woke people get, the more creative the scammers are getting.
What's happening around the world? Ashwagandha. Where do we get what is red in the shell? Ashwagandha, ashwagandha, ashwagandha. What's new, brand new, give me hope. Ashwagandha, ashwagandha. With the updates, that's how we roll.
Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Ashwagandha. It's the funniest boy on the planet.
Shut up.
Your boy Skip and Gigi beside me, and Mr. Onismo. Mr. Oga. Yes, Mr. Oga is behind the camera.
You forgot my name.
Yes. So Gigi, how have you been?
I'm alright.
I always ask you this
I can
question.
walk now.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I told people last week that I got injured, so I could barely do anything.
Oh, you did say it last time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I couldn't do anything. Like, I couldn't even just walk at a short distance. Like, I was walking. I was disabled low-key. But now I feel better and I can walk. So I'm grateful that I can finally do what I need to do. But yeah, that's about it. So my week wasn't anything much going on. But then I'm annoyed that the university keeps trying to draw me in. It's like it wants to make it my home. No, on a random Thursday, one of my professors is like, we're going to have a lesson at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. I didn't
That's
go,
crazy.
of course, because why must I be in uni at 9?
6 to 9, 9 is crazy.
Right? And then in the same week, I'm supposed to have an exam on a Sunday at morning. So, to be honest, I'm done. I'm done with university. Like, fuck. How was your week?
You have to do what you have to do.
Right?
Yeah. My week was okay. No, it wasn't okay. I'm sorry. So I also studied about my exam. Yeah, it has been a very hectic week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys who study before the exam, so yeah, it was very difficult.
What do you mean?
I know, I always make it.
Like a day before,
a day before,
2 weeks before.
I start reading before the exam. Like literally,
You just read to pass. You don't read to
know. No, when I read to pass at the end of the
guys,
day.
These are the professionals that are going to be doing things to us in the future. Be it engineers or doctors or nurses, we are doomed in the future.
Listen, guys.
Because
when I read to pass, right, I actually my memory just keeps things.
Our engineers, our doctors, our whatever you might be, are reading a day before the exam just to pass. The future is
so, guys. I have something to tell you. Something happened. I mean, so many things.
You know what, guys? No one ever asked Oga how his weekend was.
Right, ask him too. The thing is, Skip is the one who's in charge of us.
You know the way he's speaking like in a miserable tone.
Yeah, he's tired.
Sorry, Oga.
You must ask
Mr. Oga, how have you been? How was your week? Tell us something.
My week was like any other week, so let's move on.
I'm so sorry, by the way. I'm sorry, my guy. So I was saying that I have a lot has been going on, right? So first of all, going to my university, going to school as usual. I get into my train, right? So there was this old guy who got into the train. He was holding an iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 15 or 16, one of the latest ones. It looked new. And then he started using his phone. So he opened his phone, and then he's an old person, mind you. A dick picture appeared on the phone, on WhatsApp. So I think he was viewing, you know how you use your phone, right? And then you switch it off without like removing the application on the recent, you know. And then when you open it, it resumes.
From where
yeah, it just continues where you were at. And then there was a dick picture there. You understand? So then he was shocked. And then he looked like, did anyone see me? So me and the guy who was standing next to me were just like, nah, we didn't see anything, bro. Just continue what you're doing.
Also, for context, it's like in the train here, right? Like, it's not just people sitting there, also people standing. Like,
he was also standing.
Yeah, if it's in the morning, it's like the train will be so full. So, like, people will be standing like really close to each other.
The traffic will be crazy.
Yeah. So you can see.
So he looked, and then us.
You had to act like that.
We didn't see anything. Like, just do you, bruh. No one saw what you did.
I actually asked him, like, what is that?
You don't speak their language. How can you even tell them? You just show a sign that you actually saw what it is.
Yeah, you should have done that.
I wanted him to
reaction.
continue. That's why I wanted to see the end game, what he was going to do at the end. And then, when you are... I don't know, when you're seeing something that you shouldn't be seeing, it's difficult to remove it.
Yeah.
He tried.
The time your phone will glitch.
The button does not work. He tried to remove the picture, but it couldn't go away. So he ended up like switching off the phone.
Like completely.
Completely. He switched off the phone. And then after like 2 stops, he was like, nah, let me try to remove it. I have to use my phone,
Yeah.
And then he switched it back on. And then the dick picture appeared again. He tried to remove it again. He couldn't go. You know what amazed me is like, this is an old guy. Why is he looking at dick pictures?
Hey.
I know all those gay old guys.
Right? The old guys.
Really?
Yeah. Because like, I feel like a lot of them were actually gay or whatever, right? Because like they're trying to live a conservative lifestyle, they'll like just do what they need to
just
do.
Just be you. Like this time of age,
but for
right?
them, like it's different now. But when they grew up or whatever, it was like very different.
Okay.
So you had to like make sure you have a wife, you have your kids, carry on your lineage and whatever. And then they then start living their fantasies like later on now, after they've done everything. That's what it's giving, because
that's what happens. You know those kind of moments where you're watching a movie in the living room or in your room, and then suddenly
that weird part comes in.
Yeah, and then your mom watches it or your father, they'll be like, bro,
what are you watching? And the whole time it would have been fine until like that one part.
The old man was shivering. He was like, he almost dropped his phone. I think it's also why it was difficult for him to remove the picture. It's also like he's using an iPhone. These are new stuff.
Oh, like he wouldn't even figure out how to use his phone.
To use his phone, yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
It's crazy. And also, I'm full of stories this time. It's the same day, mind you. I go to my university. I'm there, I'm in class. The lecture started. And then my stomach starts rumbling. It starts rumbling. And there's a point where it rumbles that you feel like it's gonna exceed this sound. This sound is not the actual sound. So I felt it like this sound is going to exceed. Let me just go out and look for something,
yeah.
So I left the class early. I was like, let me just look for a snack, come back. So I went and looked for some biscuits at this shop that's at our university. I looked for a place to sit and chow my biscuits.
Yeah.
So I got a place. There was an empty bench where in the corridor I was standing, where I bought the biscuits. And then I went there was one guy, a black dude, right? I went there and sat next to him. He was arrogant. I don't know why he was acting the way, it's to Ganzirana Sema Blake,
Yeah.
and then I went there and sat next to him. I actually greeted him first. I was like, bro, what's up? Then I was like, yeah, what's good? I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
And then I started eating my biscuits. And then, it's difficult for us to, as black, I don't want to keep using the word black people. It's difficult for me, personally, to start eating and not like trying the person who's next to me. Do you want to eat some?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the guy was like, yeah, please give me some. And then I gave him some biscuits. Brother, let me tell you, this guy started eating at a higher pace than me. This is what yours, bro. Like, is it a crime to try someone out? He started chowing at a higher speed more than me. And then low-key, I'm a giver. Don't take me wrong. I'm a giver. But low-key, I was like, bro,
I mean, that's
the one who asked you, slow down.
That's
Come
the
on,
risk of offering someone something.
Yeah,
some people won't know when to stop, and they'll be like, okay, you're giving me, so I'll take anything I can
Anything
take
I
from
can
you.
take.
In general, not just your biscuits.
Message for you
in life.
people out there. If someone asks you out to eat with them, don't eat at a higher pace than the person who actually bought the thing. Please don't do that.
But like, I'm also hungry and you've given me.
That's what I
biscuits, so I'm
discovered.
going
That
to
guy
eat
was
too.
also hungry.
Yeah, because you'd never like go out of his way to do that if he wasn't also as angry.
Anyways, my stories are done. Guys,
let me tell you, there was this culture shock that I got when I traveled to Cameroon. I think it was like 2015. We went there, and then the family that accommodated us like gave us food, and then there's a premises inside the house, and we're like, okay, let's eat there because it was so hot outside. And then when we sat down, and you could see like everyone that is walking in the street because the gate was open. We were eating, and then someone just walked by us, and then he saw us eating. He was a complete stranger. And then he came and sat down with us and just started eating. No one invited him.
but you can say anything.
I was so shocked. Two people actually joined us while we were eating.
Is it like your culture, like when you just see food, you must just
I
come
think
and
so.
join and eat?
Oh yeah, or maybe.
They left and they just go about their life. And then I asked the person, and he was like, that's what we do here.
Oh,
Nah, because I'm not about to cook for like 8 people and then like 2 other people come and then like, bruh, nah.
It's crazy,
If it's an offer, just chill. Your pace should be a little bit slower than the person who actually bought the item. Please, guys, don't do that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a giver.
Disclaimers.
Yeah. So anyway, in our country, something happened.
As usual, like there's something.
As usual, something always happens in our country.
There are always things.
Yeah. So houses are being demolished. Nice houses. Gigi.
I saw like a video
Nice
of
houses.
like, a whole completed house and
Solar panels and shit.
they had even been staying there. Like, if you get to the point where you can even put solar panels in your house, like you've tried and you've done everything you could do.
Do you have any idea why the houses are being demolished?
Well, it said that like the houses would have been built on like land that's like not actually legally the people who have built the house, when like the stand will still belongs to the state, or either is belonged to someone else, which is very like concerning or confusing, because I reckon if someone gets to the point where I don't think anyone would just like look at a plot of land and they're like, oh, this is my stand, and then they build the whole house and they put all solar panels. Like, I'm pretty sure they would have like purchased it somewhere,
gotten an approval or some sort.
Gotten like some like papers or some sort somewhere. But I think what's going on is maybe there's been a section of, I don't know if it's the government or if it's in cities, who are giving people like maybe false documents for stands.
Because why do these people, like the city council, notice when their house is on
Yes,
roof
later.
level, solar panel level?
I don't know. It's something. I don't know what triggered it, but it was giving like maybe like the right now at this point, like the government was just like trying to clean house or something, like to make sure people, like the right people have the right stands or something like that, or to make sure if you have a stand, you really have the papers for that stand. And then they are now going to these well built houses where people have been staying for years or something. They're like, your papers are serious.
On that note, listen, there's a government official that recently came out and he was saying that we don't know anything about this. We are not involved.
So who is involved? See, one thing Zimbabwean officials like would do is say they don't know anything. I mean, like,
but they'll be behind it.
Because who else is behind it?
Yeah.
Like, who else has authority to have hold? Like, you know, how Zimbabwe is not a random person can wake up with the shimabudos and then have the audacity to come and knock. And it's multiple like things are happening. It's not like it was just one. Maybe if it was just one house that was knocked down, we'd be like, oh, it was a conflict between like Pampani and Nagatingesiro, the same stand. But it's like it's a thing that's happening. Like there's so many people's houses being so it's definitely them. But what I wanted to say is one thing, right? The government in Zimbabwe always do is claim to not know what's going on. Even with the most simplest things, like our currency can be like falling and they'll come and say, no, it's not falling, everything is good. And you'll be like, bruh, we are in the country, we can that is so and you're coming and you're telling us, oh, everything is fine, everything is under control, we have everything under control, we have measures in place, and they'll say the most weirdest economic theories that don't even exist, and you're like, what are you even talking about? Because like we can see that things are going wrong. One thing they will not do is come and say, put their hands up and be like, we did something wrong here, we messed up. They'll never do that.
Because the city council can't just wake up one morning and start demolishing houses. They have to get an approval from
exactly. And all those people are not crazy to just come and start building houses. Like I said, if it was just one person, would like try to be like, oh, let's look at all sides of the story. But there've been too many stories, right? Anything more than one is too many, I think. And you can't be like, all those people don't think, and you just wake up and you're like, no, this looks like this is where my home should be. Let me just start building. No one would do that.
No one.
So like, obviously, they will never ever give us the actual details of what happens, but I know for a fact there's something that was going on whereby I think people were being sold stands, right? And they think everything is on the book, but in fact it wasn't on the book. And then now,
because those people are not illiterate people for a fact, like,
right? They know exactly
those house structures were like expensive house structures.
It's so sad. Because the video I saw, right, I saw two or so, but there's one video where I saw where the people whose house had been demolished, they had to like build like a squatter house literally right in front of that stand thing. Because the man is like, I put my sweat, tears, everything into this, and now they're saying it's not yours, it's not your land. So
and it's a rainy season. Where do you want these people to go?
They're just there.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happens in Zimbabwe with these like land things, but it's very sketchy. Like, and anyone can have something they think is theirs and it's actually not. And then these people can legally come and be like, mapepa ya asiriwa saga.
Because with the level of corruption in our country, I actually think that those are the people who sell the land and then they'll come back.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, we didn't.
Demolitions are happening in Zimbabwe and the government is claiming that they don't know anything about
exactly.
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
Bro,
That's what I'm saying, because who is demolishing then? It's definitely you. Unless they are claiming to not know that how do people get the stands, which is crazy as well. Because how are you a government who does not know what's going on in your own it's very messed up inside actually. Because people, like, things are tough. So if you get to the point where you can acquire a stand, get the materials to even build the house,
yeah.
for those people who even put solar, it's like everything you've worked for, like you save up to do that one thing, and then someone just comes with the machine and puts it all down in one day.
Back to Stone Age.
You know, we have like a similar thing also going for us in Nigeria right now. The minister of the FCT right now, like his demolition, like a lot of small businesses. You know, like all those traders that sell things like at the side of the road and stuff.
Yeah.
Like his demolition.
Demolition, yes.
Demolition, like
Yeah.
a lot of small like canteens and shit like that.
Bruh.
These people that you are destroying their buildings and their small businesses, the reason why they are there is because your government is not doing anything.
Exactly.
So it's an African thing, right?
An African thing.
Yeah, it's an African thing.
You're not doing anything for those people.
Because that's what we've been reduced to. You have to look for a side little weird thing to do to get money, because there's no proper formal jobs for everyone anymore, and you need to survive. So what do? You have to open a tuck shop, sell your things. If anything, like I've heard that, like, I know someone who's a professor at a university, right, in Zimbabwe, right, and one of his friends, right, is also a professor there, but the salary that they get, right, is not like, it's almost nothing, right? So he has to get to the point where he doesn't even come teach or anything. He had to open his own tuck shop and whatever. And at the tuck shop that he opened, he's getting more money in a day than he gets in a month being a professor.
Being a professor, a whole
Tell me that.
professor. Yeah, we're not getting anywhere. We are not getting anywhere. We are not going anywhere, my people.
It's so sad.
My country just disappoints me. But anyway, I was not disappointed. I was very happy for our girl who actually qualified for the Miss Universe.
Oh yeah.
What level did they reach? Top 30, right?
Yeah. But like I was disappointed because, like, remember last week, like, we were really hyping her up, like she's got this, like, her costume was so beautiful. Nice. And
her
like,
costume was
it was giving like a trajectory was all the way up there. But like, yeah, she only made like there were 130 countries in the beginning, right? So making top 30 was obviously a good achievement. It was like a really good achievement. And I think in general, we put ourselves on the map because a lot of people, like that same costume we were talking about that day, a lot of people were like supporting it and talking about it, not just as Zimbabweans, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even other countries?
Because it was good. Like, even like, I think they also rate like those,
the
like,
story behind.
No, like they rate the costume. Like everyone had the costume, so they also rate them like until like a point. I was like up there. If it was not the first, it was one of like the top rated costumes. So I was giving like her whole journey was going to lead, to the finals, winning.
So
even.
Then why did
that's what I was hoping.
What happened?
But like, yeah, she only made the top 30, and then she didn't make after the top 30, they didn't do a whole series of other things, and then the people who go to the final, and she didn't make it then. So,
you know what? I then remember like last time, I think 3 episodes back, when I was asking you what do they actually look at, and then you were like, also the level of popularity also matters and everything like that. So I just think that's why Chidima is making.
But it also comes down to judges, right? Like as much as people get to vote or whatever, the judges' opinions also. That's why they are judges in the first place.
They have the high percentage of
they also,
votes.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure also, like, because after that, I didn't like really follow like going to watch every other thing that happened. So it could be like maybe she performed like lesser than the others in the other categories, because there are so many
Right.
categories,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
That one we were talking about was, I think, maybe like your national costume. There's also swimsuits. There's also you like model a lot of clothing and whatever.
Oh wait, the Nigerian girl made it to the top 5.
Yes, she was the first. She was like second.
Congratulations.
She was like literally number 2.
Mr. Oga, how do you feel about this?
Bro, I feel so fucking great.
Proud,
Yeah.
right?
I'm so proud.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, like, I've expected to see like a lot of South Africans hating her, but like I haven't heard anything. So I don't.
Because they can't hate now. What are they supposed to hate?
Yeah, because
saying?
she's winning.
It's so
What can they say? She's
they
winning.
threw her out. They hated until she like had to drop out of the South African one. Then
So that's why I was
Nigerians-
saying what I was saying. Maybe she's actually in the top 5 because she had like so much popularity. What do you think
from the
about that?
Nigerians.
Like a whole controversial situation.
But like a lot of people
It did it,
outside don't really like be following. I don't think people care
I
enough.
think so.
Yeah, I really think so. I think she just did good. She did what she was supposed to do, and it got her up there.
Yeah, shout out to Chidema. You are really making
And wait,
us
do
proud
we
as
know
Africans.
like what position is this South Africans get? Like that woman that won Miss South Africa. What's her news? Like what's going on?
To
I
be
don't
honest,
think
I
she
don't know.
even went to Miss Universe, from what I heard.
That's
Like she
crazy.
didn't even end up going. Like people, because I saw people like really bashing it in the beginning. Like, you guys just skip this girl just for you guys not to even go in the first place. Like the xenophobia was crazy, because why the action, and then
Well, the
now
actual
she's,
fuck.
I guess it's God who was,
Shit.
pushing it through. Like you get rejected by another country takes you, you win in that country, and then you go and represent it in the whole universe, and then you become second. She was number 2. But I've heard that like the whole thing is like low-key rigged. Like they always like put set, like it's not just about the pageant. They also like other factors involved. Like there are some countries they will be trying to make happy or whatever, so they can like let your person win.
You were asking me about my skin the other day. You were saying, why is it so beautiful?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the grapes. Double lemon grapes. It's the grapes.
That's crazy.
And also, you said you have stories for us this episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
please enlighten us.
So, all right. I don't know if like there are any of the viewers who are really on TikTok like that, right? But so I was on TikTok, and the first part of the story I heard it like a while back. Can't say the exact date, but there was this guy, right? He has a wife and kids, like about 2 or 3 kids. And then there was a whole story, like it was even on the news in the USA, whereby he was like he's dead. They said he's dead. He had gone to sea or something, and then he got into an accident there and passed away.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But then also when police officers were investigating the whole thing, they couldn't like find his body. The whole thing was seeming a bit fishy. It was giving,
The body was not there.
yeah, they didn't find anything. So the cops were like very like skeptical about like what really happened, because
yeah.
right. And so there was already like some speculation as to, did this person really die? Did they not die?
Where
What
is he?
happened? Where is he? Or
Yeah.
so it was just concluded that what, he died, but
he's not
there
dead.
was like some questionable things about the
He's
case.
dead, okay.
Then fast forward, I came across another TikTok. As when I saw this TikTok, I just watched it like randomly. So it was this girl who had a sign. She does TikToks where she'll be holding up a sign, like in the streets, random. She'll be holding up a sign that says, "Ask me for free advice." Right?
Okay.
So then this man on a bike stops, and then he asks this girl. The advice he asked for was, do I stay in the country, or do I go to Uzbekistan to meet a woman? Right? That's what the guy asked. And then the girl is like, what's the situation like? Why do you want to go meet another woman? Then it's like, oh, I love her, we met online, blah blah blah. Then the girl asks, so like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? Like, just
Why are
go.
you leaving?
Then this guy goes like, oh, I'm actually married.
What the fuck?
Right? He goes like, I'm actually married. And then she's like, oh, so how did you get to a point where there's a girl you want to meet in another continent but you're married? And then he's like, my marriage is kind of dead, I want a partner that I'm content with. Those are the things you're saying. My marriage is not really going well. And then the girl's like, okay, my advice to you is like, you just probably should end your marriage and then, move on to the next thing.
Okay.
And then he was going like, it's kind of complicated. I just want to move on, but I don't know, he was just saying some really weird shit like you can't just divorce the woman and he just wants to like go away, right? So when I was watching the TikTok, I'm like, okay, this is quite interesting. But then I go in the comments.
You always follow up.
Oh, one thing I'll follow, because the tea is always in the comments. The actual tea is in the comments.
Yeah.
So in the comments, I see people going there like, girl, you solved the case. Like, girl, that's the guy. Oh, what? So I'm like, huh?
Guy?
And then I came like doing my research. Then turns out like people were going like, that guy who that girl interviewed looks exactly like that guy who like some months back was the guy who was being said had killed himself, and who the guy who had been said had died.
Declared dead.
Yes.
What
And
the?
yeah, they were saying like it's exactly like him.
Nah,
it
this
even
is
got
mental, bro.
right, and it got on the news again, because that's the story I said it got on the news, right? Then on the news again, they were going like, so remember that guy we talked about last time? Now he's appeared on TikTok saying he wants to go to Uzbekistan to meet a woman, and experts are even saying like the description of the guy and whatever it matches up with that guy who had died. So in conclusion, it's giving this guy, right, faked his death to go away from his wife and kids and start a new life in Europe, in Uzbekistan, with a girl he met online. My question, what do you think about the story, first of all?
That is fucking, bro. What lengths will you go? That
To leave your family, bro.
What the fuck?
Your family. You did have kids, right?
Yeah, a wife and kids.
All those
Let me
attachments,
tell
bro.
you something.
To a girlfriend. Online. You met someone online.
This is very doable. Do you understand? Like guys could legit do that.
But that's
To leave their
crazy,
women.
bro.
My thing is
That's
like
crazy.
men who go like around the corners and cause so much more trouble than like just doing things
You
straight
know, I
and
actually
narrow.
What convinced him? What was the
Here we go.
convincing factor? I have to know more details.
No, because
I
you're
don't
I have to talk to this guy. What convinced him?
I actually get him. Do you understand?
How?
Okay, yeah, my other question was like, how does it get there to the point where you feel the need to fake your death to run away from your wife and kids? What has gone wrong to do all of that?
See, like it is all those kind of situations where you don't want to like leave your wife or like your person so that the person doesn't feel like you left them voluntarily, and then it will plunge them into depression or sadness. So like you wouldn't want to cause that, and you wouldn't want to cause it in such a way that they would know that you did this deliberately. You understand? So like you have to make up something.
This guy was actually not sure about this
Like it was
decision.
out of your hand. Then it's like
I get what you're saying, but this guy was also confused. He was not sure about his decision, because if he was not sure,
I
if
mean,
he
at
was
the
sure,
point where he faked
couldn't,
his
like-
death, it meant he was sure. I don't know where he was.
Nah, that's
still
true.
I think he was now feeling bad that maybe he did too much.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And he went to great lengths.
If you want to leave the marriage, just say.
I think my thing.
I tell the woman like I can't do this anymore.
I think he was just being cheap. Like probably the divorce was going to cost so much, and then he was going to have to pay child support to the kids after they divorce, and he was just like, nah, I just want to live with no attachments to these people.
With nothing, because-
I just want to go start a new life, no attachment to my old life. It's like, you know what? Let me just go die. and then
Now this story is
go
crazy.
to Uzbekistan.
Crazy.
But you know what? I'm actually amazed by the way you actually have time to dig deep in these TikTok stories. Brother, I don't have time to study. Just studying, but she has time to study and also dig deep into TikTok stories.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
because I'm
How do you
always
do that?
studying. That's my relief. Like when when it's now time to go to bed or something, I go on TikTok and I'm
Bro,
there, like,
I don't
That's
understand how she has
crazy.
the time.
Honestly, I actually want to know the story. I want to know, like, what has the wife done for this?
right? And that can only be
Crazy.
answered by the man, because everyone else we do. All we know is that he died, right? And then all of a sudden he's appearing on TikTok.
I want a young girl. I want someone who has a different race than me. I want to taste other things in the world. The world has more to offer than what I'm getting.
What do you want to tell? What?
I can't repeat what I just said, but like I'm just saying, the guy maybe wanted to
Explore.
Yeah.
younger breeds, different race type shit, everything, you know. That's what pushed them to do it.
But freaking your dad, why didn't you just run away to Uzbekistan? What even is Uzbekistan? I don't even know that country. Like, you could have just run away.
The thing is,
They wouldn't have found
divorce
you.
is also messy. Yeah.
No, like he just runs. Like, why cause people the pain of like thinking you're
Because
dead?
it's much more
Then
difficult.
people are crying.
It's much more
Cops are
difficult.
involved trying to investigate your story. Your wife is going through emotions. She has to tell her kids that, oh, your father is passed away.
You know, the thing is, he would rather his wife thinks that he's actually dead than for her to think that he left her deliberately. Because he was like,
He also cared about his
but how do
emotions.
things- how do
Well, that's the
things
thing with
get there?
that's the thing with us guys. Like, we don't want to like admit that we can't do this anymore. We
So,
find a
we find a
scapegoat.
way. What?
We
But
just
if anything,
like look
that's
for a way.
worse.
That's
You think so?
crazy.
It is, because like look at
Because
this
if I
case.
want to end the relationship right now, right, I can like look for ways to make her end things before I do.
Okay,
Like,
but that's
that
a
will
whole
make you
different
better.
thing. Let's think about this, right? In this
Yeah.
case, there was you left a
But
wife
there was-
and kids, and now you're leaving. Instead of just leaving the woman with
I can't
heartbreak.
tell her- I
Wait, instead of leaving the woman with just heartbreak, you're also leaving her the burden of telling like 3 or 2 little kids that, oh, your father is dead. Do you know how hard it is to tell a kid that like a parent is now dead?
Yeah, that
And you're
was
making her go
really-
through all of that just to go meet a girl online. Like, you would have done better off just like running away, and then maybe the mother just has to hate you and then tell their kids that,
It's
you know what,
better.
your father was a deadbeat. He just woke up one day and left.
and left.
Yeah, but like that's what he was running away from. During this time.
Oh, now look, he's on TikTok. His kids always grow up and find out his kids.
If anything, he made the
You know,
situation
like, that's
worse.
the problem of putting
One thing
yourself
men would do is
in
make things worse. You guys
Yeah,
think you
it
have it under
makes the
control,
situation
and then things just like fall out of your hands, and
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's actually so crazy. But yeah, that's the story I had for you guys.
So, did you have anything for us? Anything else? Is
Of
that
course,
all?
I'm full of stories, guys. When I go on Instagram, TikTok, all I think is, what do I come and tell the people?
Give us the
But
tea.
yeah,
Give
I
us
have
the tea.
it's not even more of the tea, but like a pressing issue, right? Something that nags me every time I go on Instagram. Alright? I'm pretty sure a lot of you, right, go through like ads whereby you are scrolling on Instagram, and then someone comes in and like, let me teach you how to make $1 million in a month or 2 months. Blah blah blah. Click on this link below. Watch my video. Blah blah blah.
Right?
Right?
On YouTube, I found them.
Why not? Especially on YouTube,
yeah.
right? There's this day I fell for one, right, on YouTube, and I was studying that day. Of course, I know why it is, right? But I kind of just wanted to be like, let me give it a chance this time, right? Because I never actually watched them.
No African can give a chance to those things.
No.
Come on, why did you even
Listen, it always just ends on I see it on the ads and I'm like, this is not it. But he was saying it in such a different way. And what he was talking about seemed interesting,
Okay.
right? So after the YouTube ad, I actually clicked on the whole video. Bro, it's literally 20 minutes of him just like, oh, so this is how I started like making money online at home. And then you'll be like, just stay so I tell you exactly how I did it. You won't have to pay anything, it's free, whatever. Then he's like, but let me give you a backstory on how I actually did it. Then he goes back 1 year before he started, he starts talking about how he was poor.
These people actually trying to make money out of YouTube,
right?
Or this social media platform.
Oh, I was poor. Then I met my guy who makes a lot of money. He's making 6K a year, a month, right? And I thought, what am I doing with my life? So I gave up my work, and then I started doing. And then you keep doing the thing where it's like, just wait a few more minutes. I'll tell you exactly how I did it. And you keep watching.
If you're making money, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? I keep watching the whole thing, bruh. And then at the end, he's like, okay, so he basically explains how he had to get a mentor, right? The guy who he knows, his friend who ended up making money, right? He's like, so I got the mentor, and then he gave me like the format of how to do it. He was helping me throughout it, and by the first month I was making this and amount, right? So I paid this amount. No, it even says it's free. Click on this link below, and then I'll give you like the syllabus of how to do it. And then you click on the thing, it'll be like, and you'll be like, there's a discount this time. It won't be the full price. I just want 100 people. It's a beta test just to see if my way works. So there's a discount. And this whole time I was going, I'll tell you for free at the end of this video. And then you press the end, it'll be like, oh, $200 or some shit like that's the discount. Bro, I was so annoyed.
Are you African?
I am African, but I want to make money. I want to make money. I just thought maybe this is
one things that we don't fall for.
I never fall for it, but guys,
we do it to people.
No, listen.
What did you do? Like, what did you do? Did you pay for it one?
No, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like,
even like taking time to follow the steps.
Yes.
Watch the whole video.
No, it's like giving them a chance. So let me hear him.
Yeah, it was like a benefit of because I've heard so many stories. Right? They have the same. They talk about the same thing. Like mostly it'd be like trading or stuff like that, or like right. That one was different. It's like seemed like what you were saying made sense. I would see why someone would make money from that. Right, but obviously there was no way you would just tell someone to do that like for free. But he kept saying it, so
that's the thing. If you have money, you cannot come.
I watched the video
media.
more of like to just figure out what exactly it is he does, like to then figure it out myself, not necessarily for him to help me, because I know he won't help anyone for free. That's how I feel for it. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not naive or anything. It sounded like something someone can actually do, and I still think to this day I could do that. I just can't remember how to explain it to you people, but I think I could actually figure it out on my own. So it's more of like I watched it because I thought you would actually explain what he does, but the whole time he was just saying how to make money at home. He never even explained what he actually does.
And then it's easy to like follow the steps, like listening to what he has to say, but
because it becomes more.
The turning point is where it tells you money. No.
So anyway, my bone.
We don't do that.
My bone to pick with the whole situation is like literally, if you're making billions of money, right? Are you really going to sit down and record a video to tell the rest of the world how to make that $1 million?
Exactly.
It's so fishy. Like who am I to you to tell me how to do it? And then again, if you are genuinely making that millions and millions of dollars, like why do you need people to pay you small little change to tell them how to make $1 million? Like,
you're also trying to make
you're not making $1 million. You're just I'm the one. Those people, because there are people who fall for it at the very end.
But there's a possibility, guys. Like I make money from somewhere, right? And then for me to make more than what I'm getting, I have to recruit other people. Do you get what I'm saying?
But the things, right, that we'll be talking about are things whereby the more people are doing it, the lesser money someone who's doing it would get.
But there's a case that you can get more by recruiting other people.
Yeah, by making them pay for you to tell them what to do. That's the only way. Otherwise, the actual thing you're doing, right? Like that thing I'm talking about, it was more of like something about. Okay, I can't remember that, but I've seen one way the guy will be saying you basically look for companies and you look for customers, and then it's like you bring them together. Like it's like you are pitching. You look for customers who seem like they want a certain service, right? And then you also go on a platform and look for service providers who want to give customers that certain thing. Then you basically like bring them together.
The middle.
You're basically like a middleman and use this certain platform that there is. So why would I go and tell 1 million people on Instagram to come and do the same thing like that? Like, if anything, it would be like diluting the
I get what
thing.
you're saying.
If it's real that it works and you get money from that, why would I go and bring 10 million other people to come and do the same thing? It would just dilute it, because now a lot of service people have too many people to pick, customers have too many to pick. So it's like, what are you doing? It doesn't even make sense.
What we're saying is, if you see those ads, they're scams.
I think people will really know, but
do not follow. They are scams.
That's how they are actually making money, like by making people believe this story and then making people.
And this country really trained me. I'm sure. I think I said this in the first episode. This country trained me. No one will ever scam me in this universe. I've seen it all. Right at this moment, I've seen it all. I know everything. I know all the skills they use to scam people. No one will ever scam me.
I mean, that's good for you.
Thank you for your stories.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just a little border.
Wake these people up.
Crazy. I also like come across those videos like once in a while.
Yeah,
on Instagram. Or whenever someone says that he's gonna teach me how to make money, so amount of money free, I'll be like, bro, what the fuck are you here then?
And even for money, it still doesn't make sense. Like teaching me how to make $1 million even by paying you money, because the money be like $200, $50.
The people that make such money, like they don't come online and tell you that I'm gonna teach you for free. Like they just
because you don't care about me.
It's crazy.
Yeah, if you're genuinely making millions of dollars and you genuinely want to help the youth or you want to help people, you're not making people pay for that shit, like, because you have it and you are trying to make the world a better place. But you people don't have money. You sit in your home and you're like, let me come up with something I think would make money, tell people this is what makes money, and then make them pay me to tell them that it makes money, and then they just swear you just pay the money, then the website you're supposed to get the instructions from just disappears, and that's how he makes his million.
And you just don't come across one ad.
But fair play, though.
So many people are doing
Fair
this.
play.
So many people. You come across so many ads with the same thing.
Like scammers are
Invest
bad
money.
people, right? But fair play to them, because they are getting their own.
What actually falls to
They
it?
actually
There be a lot of people who fall for it, believe it or not, because if you're not a naive person, you can't understand it. But there are people who are very naive and desperate.
Who?
Mixed desperation and naivety. It's a bad combination. You like genuinely believe it and like go for it, because you're like naive. You believe like this is like, you could be going through the most, right? Things are going wrong. You're desperate, and then that's when you come across this ad and you're like, you know what? This is my breakthrough. This is a sign. And you go for it, and then you're like, also, oh, it's just $50, but after a month I'll be making 9K. Or it's just $100, but after a month I'll be making 9K. Like, we could never understand it because we're too woke, but they're genuinely people, right, who are in a position whereby they're willing to do anything and everything for money.
Dog, it's crazy. Like, some other scammers actually send direct messages. It's not
But
on WhatsApp, like, send you a direct
The
message.
thing is, like, the thing with scammers now, they are very creative.
Yeah.
You see, for example, all those call centers like that are around the world. You know, like they create advertisements, they create websites, they get like a license for
It looks
everything.
legit.
It looks very legit.
Really?
Yeah, and they train people.
No
to talk to you
loopholes
like a
and shit.
professional.
Yeah.
You understand? So like when you press on an advertisement, and it's usually for trading.
Yeah,
When you-
before trading.
Yeah, and they'll call you, they'll talk to you like a professional person, and you think that.
So what's
And
wrong?
when you
Like,
put money in, it's like they just vanish. So like the scammers now are very, very creative.
That's
it's
the
hard.
thing. Like they're doing the most
Exactly.
to
So
scam you off.
even if you get scammed, it doesn't mean that you're stupid.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
even a smart person can get scammed
because
easily.
you're like you want the money. It looks
And they're
legit.
convincing.
They're convincing you. You want this money, and you can see, like, bro, they're trading it. So why not? You know,
not? Let me just.
and you know that's the talk of the time these days. Like, you must invest your money in something. Yada yada yada. Don't just make money and keep it in the bank. Invest in something. So people are out here looking for opportunities, and that's how they catch you. And I think the more woke people get, the more creative the scammers are getting.
Okay, yeah,
Because before, right, they didn't have to like have call centers to like call you. You just like go on Instagram, you see an ad, you see trading, and you be like, yeah. Because the very, very first days, people didn't know about the scam, but people heard that like trading makes money. And then the people were smart enough, and they were legit trading, but the people were smart enough to make it a scam. Those people made the most money, like out of everyone who ever make money. And then when people became woke, these scammers were like, no, let's make it look more legit. Let's make all offices, let's make all people, customer service people, let's make a whole trading platform that even looks like your money is being traded for. So the more work we get, the more creative these scammers are going to get. But like what will never change is people's desperation and people being naive. So they will always like, they will find people like us, people who are not too naive, especially you when Zimbabwe in Africa, like you can't catch us, but
you can't catch
there are people like they will fall for anything. I mean, okay, let's even say as Africans,
they do make money.
Even as Africans, let me give an example of like prophets these days, how people fall for that stuff.
Yeah.
Why do they do that? Because you're desperate, you want hope, you want something to like,
and they're
you want
also
something
saying convincing stuff.
You want something tangible to be like, everything's gonna be okay. You want something that tells you, you know what, this something is going to happen for you.
This is you just brought up something controversial. Because like they're giving you like these miracles, people
so-called miracles
from death and shit.
I mean, there's a point in time where people even eating grass.
Dog.
Right?
No,
anointing water.
Let's
anointing oil. Anyway, let's not speak into it. I won't say it's true or not. But my point
is, because some people actually.
My point is that people like go through tough times genuinely, and you become really desperate. And when you're desperate, you want something.
You're gullible,
right? You want something to hold on. You want something to give you an answer. You want something to give you a solution. And if you're really at your lowest point, right, and you come across these ads, you could genuinely use your last $50.
That's an explanation for why people actually engage.
Yeah, that's where I was just coming from. Like, and it's said by that's the reality of life. And sometimes you even know it's a scam, but you're like, maybe this time it's true. Because you've gone through so much, you just need a solution. Like, you have kids at home who want food, your wife wants something, and you're like, maybe this is the one that will work out for me.
Agreed.
But yeah, it's said people will be fine, hopefully.
Comic relief, guys. Mr. Oga, do you have a game for us? Please give us something. We have to diffuse the tension.
It's been a long. Talking about
bro.
Yeah, I have something for you, but you know, I'm sorry, guy, because if I remember last episode,
eat grapes for your skin.
Bro, there's nothing here.
Grapes.
Bro, what the fuck is this?
They help with your skin, my brother. Doesn't look very appealing.
I think last week you said that this week we're going to do a game that has to do with nursing.
But I refuse that because it has to be something equal.
Why did you say the actual word, bro? Just say like medical stuff. Why did you say?
medical stuff.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Because like don't.
Anyway, we are not doing that. So.
And we never will.
Because the thing that you don't understand, bro,
when I get something,
I'm on a
will
hit
do
list.
it.
I'm on a hit.
But when have we ever done like a computer engineering quiz?
Yeah, we've never done it.
Yeah,
And we never will. Because
it was his idea. I didn't even tell him to do that. Like, you don't have to do that, bro.
We need to do general knowledge.
Yeah, let's just do the
so it's a
general
level playing field.
Okay.
I understand what you did at first, right? You were like, my bro is losing so much. But then I explained to you, I was doing this because I'm dealing with a girl. I have to like.
That's so sexist.
No, that's not.
It
Please
is.
don't say that. So now, I proved myself on the last 2 games, right?
Last 2 games?
Yeah. It was like, guess the country. I was the. I came up with, I won.
Yeah, he did.
And the other one was like, what was the other one?
Okay, so are you trying to tell us that all those times that we've been playing game, like we've never actually
Exactly. That's what I'm
in the effort to win the game.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying.
I do actually couldn't believe it.
Man.
It's okay, let's move on.
I'm sure the viewers actually believe me.
I was saying.
Nah.
I'm sure
the moment you said you were dealing with a girl, that's why you were doing it.
No, the thing is like,
stopped believing.
But the thing is, when I was like, okay, now I'm gonna get serious, I actually started winning.
Okay, we want you to get serious, okay? And
I'm not a sexist. Please don't.
You are, because what you mean you are doing it because you are dealing with a girl. If you say you are doing anything lesser because you are dealing with a girl, it's because you think like I'm not capable of like matching up with you when you give your all.
You are getting it from a wrong perspective.
So what other perspective is there?
I'm just being lenient because of the respect that I have for females. You guys are my favorite. I love you guys. Anyway, let's move on. What are you saying? Exactly.
It's like go, man.
I know the borrow. Let's.
Because now everyone be thinking every time I've won, I didn't deserve to win because you were being lenient.
Okay, hold on. If to say, I want to ask her a question, yeah, because she was saying that you're being sexist. For example, if you and him were in a boxing match or a racing match, and
I would never go into a boxing match with him. Because I can't. No, I'm not capable.
It's a hypothetical
I'm just
situation,
also giving my opinion of the hypotheticals. Why would I know I'm physically unfit to fight with any man of any, even if someone looks smaller than me. Like, I know a man is physically more capable than me. So I'd never put myself in that situation.
If we are so what you're saying is if we're talking about intellectual capabilities, if a man says that he's only holding back because of a woman, then he's sexist. But when we are talking about physical capabilities, a man can say anything.
Because it's biologically factual that men are physically more capable than women. Because that's biologically, that's how you were built. But intellectually, if you say that you are being lenient to me because we are, and this is our minds, both of us have minds, but someone is saying they do lesser because they are dealing with a woman, it means you think that you are.
Who said that? Who said that?
Because why would you do that? Like, if it was a guy, you wouldn't be lenient, right?
Huh?
If it was a guy, would you say the same thing?
That if it was that guy, I would say that.
Who is that guy?
You.
Why are you calling that guy?
That guy.
Don't.
Oh, guy, you are not telling us anything. Do you have something for us?
I do actually have something for you guys, but like I wanted you to resolve your.
Let's not make the main actor angry.
I'm not the main actor. I'm not.
You are the main
I
actor.
just wanted to say that, like, I would love to be challenged the same way. I never.
But you know what I was saying was not true, though.
Treated any differently because I'm a girl.
But you know what I was saying was not true.
Especially intellectually.
I'm just trying to defend myself, you know. But it's not
enough.
true. I was actually putting my all. I was putting my all. That's
I don't know. I just got sensitive because guys actually do shit like that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that's you know, it's just like that time when I think there was a time that I'm not gonna say it, but there was a time that we did an arm wrestle with the girl, and then I allowed her to win because I wanted her to feel good about herself.
And yet the girl who genuinely like wants the challenge. Like, sometimes you want to genuinely like see how you can match up to the next person, but then guys automatically think they will definitely win. and then you're like, so let me do endless. How about you put your O and then the girl puts the O and then we'll see who actually win. Even if you win.
You guys, this whole conversation is basically on a lie. Guys, I was joking. I actually.
Oh no, we know you're joking, but like there are things that actually do happen, so it's fair enough to talk about it.
It's a serious.
I know you're not sexist.
Okay, I actually have something for you today. It's very interesting, and I think this. Let me not say this, even though like it leans more for the females. Yeah, but we'll just do it anyways, cause like everyone can do it. A woman can do. Let's forget about it. So, today's challenge or today's game is I'll basically give you guys a word, and then you guys have to sing a song with that word.
Oh my days, I'm going to lose on this one because I don't actually listen to music that much.
My guy is already showing his weakness.
It's not my thing, yeah.
Do you understand? I mean, like, it doesn't have to be a sweet song. Do you understand? As long as you.
Or I can sing Jamaican.
Whatever.
Yeah, you must sing an existing song.
All right.
Even if it's
Don't make up songs.
Even if it is a Hebrew song, you can do it.
Even Arabic.
Yeah, a song is a song. Yeah.
That's the thing. I told you this Oga guy speaks 15 languages.
Oh, that's a lie. That's
Okay, how many languages do you speak?
5.
Okay, 5. Okay, 5.
That's a lot for the average person.
That's a lot, yeah. Assam.
Okay, so I hope that everyone understands this. You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a word, and then whoever can sing with that song should just start. So the first word is beautiful.
She's my beautiful Onyinye. You know the song, right? By Peace Way. Is it Peace Way?
Yeah.
We know
We know the song.
I wanted to sing.
Okay.
Beautiful
Let's go, like suicidal. Suicidal, and you know it. That's a good one. That's a good one. Wow! Vintage collection, in it.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the old
Even
song.
yours was vintage.
Oh yeah. But like yours was international.
You guys-
Like everyone knows
You
the
guys
song.
forgot one song that I actually thought you guys would sing. Ed Sheeran's song. What is it? I find the love.
Where's beautiful?
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful again.
Which part? Sing the part.
Someone. For me.
You look beautiful tonight. None of you were singing the actual part. But
Not knowing what it. Yeah.
No, okay, alright, so I'll give you another. I mean, the first one looks very easy because like everyone had their own song. So we'll just like make it a little bit harder for everyone. Okay. So the second word is we.
We?
We.
W-E.
we are
Yeah,
the champions. You are the losers. We are the champions.
No, who sang that song? Who sang that song?
I've never
Of
heard
the world. It's a song. I
Okay.
can search for it right now and find it. No.
Oh, no.
No, that's not the word. That's a sound. Skip is lost to this one, guys, unfortunately.
Okay.
But it's we.
Okay, so it seems like
It's
no one
not a
has
lyric.
done this.
The word must be in the song. That's the word we is in me and you, we.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you
So
think
no.
of something else? No, mine is a song. Do you guys not believe me? Should I search it up?
No need for that.
No. Because least you guys say I cheated on this game. It's a song that people actually sing. We are
What's the name of the
the
song?
champions. We are the champions.
By who?
I don't know the people. It was big,
Yeah,
big.
let's
It
keep
was
it
long,
about-
long ago.
I wonder.
But, you know, bro,
I'm going
you
to say-
actually fucked this round. You forgot this song that goes like, we will rock you.
Oh, it's
Rock
we.
it. Yes,
Oh.
it's we.
I thought about it. I actually thought about it.
Wait. Is it we?
Exactly.
Okay, we are the champions.
Exactly.
It was sang by Queen, whoever Queen was, 16 years ago.
Okay, you're 1 point.
Oh.
You're 1 point ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. The next word is very easy, and the reason why I would give the next word is because I know that both of you know the song, and I want to
Same song.
I want you guys to sing this song in sync. Okay. So the next word is Basquiat.
Thing is, we don't know the lyrics. Bro.
Right.
You don't.
Walking for entry, I am greater. I'm a walk off at the basket. I don't have drama. El Chapo.
Oh, wait.
No, Ashanti is one of the best.
You
Right.
seriously don't know the lyrics.
He sings too much Yoruba in his song.
Yeah, he
so
sings
What,
so much, so much, so much.
that's actually English.
a small part for most
Hold
of
it,
it
okay,
is
let me
singing
see.
in Yoruba.
Working poetry, I am greater.
I'm a work for the basket.
Yeah,
we
you know
sing
what
the
after
part.
that.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So, like,
No
I
time
love
for
that.
drama.
Ashagi like puts there. Fair enough
But
for
it's
him
good,
doing
it's
that.
good. I like
It's
that.
good though.
Yeah, it's one of your biggest gems.
Okay. So the next word is actually gonna think about something that you both should know about. So the next word is give.
I give my all.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
What?
Hold on. I wanna change it.
What song is that?
Guys,
Be honest.
guys, I wanna change
You
the
didn't let
word.
me finish it.
I wanna change the word. This time I'll give you two words. So I'm sure that you both of you would know about
Give.
this. So the words are collateral damage.
Why would you say that?
Sing. Collateral damage.
Mm-hmm.
I know a song by Peter Boy called Collateral Damage, but I don't know at what point does he sing Collateral Damage.
Okay, that's where the problem is. We're not Nigerians, my brother. I think that's where the problem is. We are not Nigerians.
Yeah, I wanted
But
to
I found a song for Give though.
Okay, sing it.
Give me a higher love. Give me a higher love.
This girl is making
Give
up
me a
songs. I don't wanna lie. I don't.
Give me a
Okay, let's. Okay, she's gonna browse it. Are you sure it's a made
If you give it to me, I give it to you.
do you know what your
give
song
it
is?
to me, I'm gonna give it to you some more. I don't want kind of. Oh, God.
Is that what you were singing?
Exactly.
You are lying! See, these people are discriminating me just because I'm singing white people songs. No, Whitney Houston, was she even white? No, she was not.
Who?
Whitney Houston.
Yes, it's white. Oh.
Down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
It's literally called Higher Love.
Clap for yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna give you another word. It's the last word.
Last word.
Okay, how many more words do you want us to do?
I know it's fine if it's the last one.
She's done.
Okay, the last word is Africa. Africa.
Oh,
Africa.
that's the song I was about to sing.
He knows the song. He knows the song.
Sing the song, you. Sing it.
This song she was singing.
Whatever.
Okay. Wait.
A minute of silence for the.
It's time for Africa.
Samina, mina.
Waka. Samina.
But my song is there. It says
What
Zimbabwean
song is
artists
it?
to sing.
Can you
Yeah, it's the.
Skip
I know
knows
it. It's Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwean people will know it.
Yeah.
Yes. What are the lyrics that she say? No, literally the whole song should be just saying
Africa, 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 Africa.
I know the song
To believe, Africa,
Believe,
Africa, Africa. Oh, Africa, Africa. It's time to believe. Oh, Africa.
Africa.
But yeah, it's a song.
I think we should cut the part where I danced, please.
You did it yourself.
Producer, please cut it off.
You
See,
literally
where I was
did it
shaking
My
my
yourself.
guy was striking. This is gonna be
Right, no
picture.
one took your hand and made
But
you turn
when
around
they
in
danced,
front of the
I mean the video of the song, didn't they like shake their hand?
I don't. But you did it. You are saying we should take it off, but you did it yourself willingly.
Please, producer, please.
We are not talking anything.
Producer,
Right.
please remove.
From the points
Producer.
we start our video to the end,
Producer,
everything will be there.
you are my, please don't do that.
Don't listen to him.
Mr. Oga, do you have anything for us on politics?
Yeah,
before we close
like
this?
actually speaking about Africa.
On that topic,
On that note,
on that note, but like both of you are familiar with the fights that is going in Sudan, right?
in what?
In Sudan, like the civil war in Sudan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it like started for 14 months ago, and like there was a UN meeting yesterday to facilitate a ceasefire, and actually Russia vetoed it. So like the war is still ongoing. I don't know why Russia went against it. I haven't actually gotten much information about that, but like yeah, that's that. There's a tragic war that is happening to young guys, and we've not had the chance to speak about it. But I think we should use this medium in order to address the situation. To let everyone know that our hearts are with the people of Sudan. But when we have much information about it, I'll make sure to update you guys on what's going on. But I urge everyone to pray for Sudan, because as of this point, about 25,000 people have already died, and 11 million people have been displaced. So, but we're gonna look into that situation and we'll tell you guys whatever is going on.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Europe and the West, there's a major breaking news, and I'm sure that everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
You guys know about the Russia and Ukraine war, right?
Yeah. We just know that Russians recently launched some missiles to Ukraine. Is it?
Yeah, but the reason why actually Russia, okay, so like the missiles we are talking about here that were sent to Ukraine by the Russians are hypersonic missiles.
Hypersonic, meaning that they are very fast.
They're very fast. they move at a speed of Mach 10 to Mach 15. So like that's a very, very, very
You can't see them
high
coming. You
speed.
can't do anything when they're coming.
Exactly. And the reason why Russia, I don't want us to go into details because we are already out of time. But the reason why Russia fired us into Ukraine and this using Ukrainian land as a testing point for their hypersonic missiles is because US, UK, and now France has authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles to fire into Russian land. And yeah, Vladimir Putin now is threatening a nuclear war, but we don't want that to happen.
If it happens, I believe
But
we'll have a third
we'll
world
have,
war.
because we're in Turkey, and Turkey is a member of NATO, and the
So are you saying
NATO assets here.
We'll be the first ones to die?
One of the first people to die, honestly.
Nah, don't
But
say that.
bro,
Come on.
it's absolutely fucking mental and outrageous that United States would give Ukraine approval to launch missiles into Russian countries.
When you say United States, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about President Biden. And
He's still the president right now.
Yeah, he's still the president.
But wait, Trump recently won, though.
Yeah, he won, but he won.
Sworn in.
Yeah,
You have to be sworn in.
You have to be sworn in to have the power to do things. But now we're just praying that this would not escalate to a nuclear war, even though this is a very
Because everyone will be affected. Because if it gets into the
And
water,
now-
we all use the same water.
And now let me remind you, thing is, Russia just recently deleted them nuclear doctrine, saying, and Putin has already approved that. So what is it? The statement in the new nuclear doctrine is that whenever a non-nuclear state is at war with Russia, and these non-nuclear states is being helped or is being armed by nuclear power, this nuclear power is a legitimate target to the United States. So, what the United States did and UK did recently in allowing Ukrainians to fire missiles into Russia, it's a very, very big provocation and it's an escalation. And this could literally lead to World War III. World War III is officially ongoing right now. So, what we are looking at now is a nuclear war, and I think no one would wanna experience that because it's a mutually assured destruction. Everyone's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, it's giving humans just want to just kill.
For me, I thought
us.
when the elections finished, right, Donald Trump was going to be president.
No, but
right
there's a whole
after.
transitional period.
Okay, yeah, but then
He would be sworn in next year.
Biden can't just
But do you
wake
guys
up
still think Donald Trump
throne
is the best option aside from Kamala?
Well, I stand on what I said the last time we talked about.
Okay.
What did you say the last time?
I was just like, of the two, from what I understand, is that Donald Trump being in power could mean more
Global stability
than if Kamala Harris was in power.
But how though?
I agree with you. She's right. You know why? Because if you look at U.S. Foreign policy from 2000 or the late 1990s till today, it has always been the same thing. Funding wars outside the border of America, illegally invading lands. But when Trump came into power, none of that happened. His foreign policy is very, very different from the conventional foreign policy of the US and NATO in general. He doesn't want to start wars. All this money that are used to fund foreign wars could be used inside America to benefit the American people. Do you understand? So it's just so crazy that those Americans are using those funds to fight wars that do not have any tangible effect on the existing
Because you do
economy.
hear USA being involved in so many
They're
wars, and you're
involved.
like, how are you even there, bro?
Okay, so for me, I have so many counterpoints of what you are saying right now. But then I think we have to end it right now.
Give me one counter.
Tell us.
One counterpoint of why I think
No,
current
directly
president.
counterpointing what he said. Do you think Kamala Harris would have done anything better than stopping wars from happening?
Also, you think Donald Trump is going to do better? He's
He
gonna stop
literally
foreign war.
did it before, so
He doesn't
that's his
Donald.
foreign policy.
He doesn't want war.
Like when you're campaigning, you say your policies that you're going to bring in place when you get into power. So what policies
What please can you
policies. You say your policies that you want to bring into place when you get into power when you're campaigning. So that's how we know that's what Donald Trump.
Okay, because he said that he included that in his policies. That's why you are putting all your
yes,
trust
you
in
say not all your trust. Policies, you say what you are going to do when you get
it
into
doesn't
power.
necessarily mean
What
that's
did
what he's going
Kamala-
to do.
It does.
No, but like,
Guys, listen to this. If someone is campaigning, right, they give promises that they will never make. We all know that this
it's
happens.
different policies and like just giving promises. In this case, right, Donald Trump has literally been in power before. Like that's the policies that he put
fucked
into
up things
place.
like when he came into power. Continue.
like
Did he start a war?
his last
Right now we are talking about, we're not talking about other things. I know that Kamala Harris has other policies, right, that are very important to the USA people. But when it comes to her policies as a Democrat, when it comes to wars, right, what Obi was saying is their normal way of going things is being involved in foreign wars, like they're always in there, like that, funding other countries and stuff like that. Whereas Donald Trump is more out of that. And right now, the way the world is being, there are so many wars going on. What we need is for the world to not be in war. That's why I say it could be global stability. Like the less wars that are being funded by the USA, the less wars we'll have for right now, and it could mean some stability. World, global. I used the word global. I didn't use USA stability. I don't know what happens there. I don't know what his economic policies are. I know some of his policies when it comes to abortion and stuff like that. There's nothing good about those things. So if you want to counter Obi's point, you'd have to say what Kamala Harris has said about a foreign policy. Like, she didn't really say anything much about that, which means she was just gonna go with the same thing that the rest of the Democrats have been doing. That's all we are saying.
This is a very deep rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in this episode that we had. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Show some love. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Guys, we need more followers. Please give us the motivation to keep on doing the Lord's work. Please, guys.
My guy said the Lord's word.
It's the Lord's work, guys. It's the Lord's work.
I hear you.
So, peace.